All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. All right. So let's get started in our gentle yoga this morning. It's nice to see all of you. So you want to come to a comfortable seated posture on the floor, and I do mean that when I say comfortable. If you're uncomfortable sitting cross-legged, go ahead and stretch your leg out like this. Sitting on a folded blanket that will lift your hips up will make it more comfortable for your back as well. Okay. And then just relax your hands in your lap or on your knees and close your eyes for a moment. And let's begin. And this is a nice way to start a meditation as well. So let's start our Hatha Yoga by just listening to all the sounds in the room. And then listen to the sound of your breath. And notice the length of your inhale. And lengthen from the base of the spine, up the back, through the neck, through the top of your head. Relax down through the forehead and around your eyes. Relax your nose, your cheeks, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, down the arms to your fingertips. Take a nice deep breath and relax down through the torso, from your hips all the way down the legs to your feet and your toes. Inhale and exhale deeply. Just count the length of your inhale, count the length of your exhale, and then gradually that breath will start to even out. So if you inhale to the count of 7, you'll exhale to the count of 7. Let's just practice that for a few breaths. Next exhale, let's bring the chin forward, slowly hang your head down. Bring your chest up towards your chin and just hold for a moment. Let your head roll to one side. Face is forward, let your ear just hang toward the shoulder and relax your jaw. Let your head roll around to the back. Let your head come down. And now over to the other side. And let your head come back into the front. Okay, let's do a few circles. Inhale as you roll your head around to the back. Exhale. About 3 circles in each direction. Just take your time. When you're done with neck rolls, just let your head hang down and clasp your hands together, lay them gently on the back of your head. Just add a little weight to the stretch and hold. Good. Bring your head back up. Put one hand on the head, the other hand can just rest on your leg, and then gently draw the ear toward the shoulder. And let's do the other side, same thing. Good. Let your head come back to center. Let's gently look from side to side. So you're just turning the neck, not the shoulders, just the neck. Nice and slow. Good. Let your head come back to center. All right, let's stretch the shoulders now. You're going to have the arms by the side. Inhale, reach out and up. Nice deep breath. Clasp your hands together. Reach toward the ceiling. Exhale as you lean to one side. Stretch. And inhale as you come up. And exhale over. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Come back to center and draw back slightly and stretch. Let your fingertips touch. Inhale. Exhale, bring your arms out and down. Let's clasp the hands out behind your back. Gently draw your shoulders back. Just hold. And relax. Go ahead and reach forward. Let your fingertips touch your shoulders. Bring the elbows in, back, around. Big circles. Good. Let's change direction. Relax. Let your arms come down. Good. Stretch your legs out. Flex your feet. Rock your feet in and out a couple of times. I'm actually going to have a start on our backs today. So we can loosen up the lower back before we do our standing postures. Okay. So if you want extra padding under your back, feel free to use your blanket. Just stretch it out. And then when you come on down, you want to be sure to pull your knees into your chest. Make it easy on your back. All right, once you're on your back, go ahead and clasp the hands across your legs. Take a deep breath and then just start rocking gently from side to side. Of all the tension down your spine. And let's make a circle with your knees. Hug them in close, gently roll them out of the way. This big circle. Massaging down into that tailbone area. And change direction. Good. Let's place the feet down on the mat. So 1 foot to either edge of your mat. So the feet are nice and wide, knees are bent. Take that left knee and just drop it down towards your right foot and just hold. And bring that knee up, drop the right knee down towards your left. Good. Let's go back and forth. So drop one knee down and the other knee. Good. Let your knees come back to center. Keep your feet about hip distance apart. Knees are bent. We're going to draw the left knee in. So clasp your hands across that left knee. Pull the knee in towards the chest and then make a big circle with your left foot. So rotating the ankle. And then change direction. Good. Clasp your hands behind that left leg and extend it straight up and just push through the heel. So you want to try to straighten the leg. If you need to extend the leg out a little further to do that, that's fine. Push through the heel. Now flex your foot so you're pointing the toes. And then push through the heel. And point your toes. Push through the heel. And point your toes. Good. Go ahead and bend your knee. Now take your left ankle, lay it across your right knee. Okay, and then you just put your left hand on your left leg and gently bounce that knee away from you just a little bit. We're just kind of loosening up that hip. All right, we're going to go a little further and we're just warming up. So this might feel a little tight, but you're going to bring both legs in. Put your left hand through the legs and you can clasp your hands behind your right leg, or you might clasp it across that right shin, whatever feels comfortable for you, and just hold for a moment. Nice deep breath. If it feels good to rock a little bit from left to right, you can do that. Just letting that hip and buttock area, the ankle, and all that. All right, we're going to undo the legs, and now let's do the other side. So put your left foot on the mat, knees bent. You're going to draw that right knee in. Go ahead and rotate that right foot and ankle. And change direction. Good. Clasp your hands behind that right leg. Extend that leg straight up towards the ceiling. Flex your foot. Push out through the heel. Touch your toes. And flex your foot. And then toes. Again, flex. And point. Flex. And point. Good. Let's bend that knee and lay that right ankle across your left knee. Put your right hand on your leg and just gently bounce that knee away from you. Loosen up your hip. Good. Bring the legs in. Put your right hand through the legs, and you can hold on behind that left leg or across that left knee or shin and just hold. And if it feels good to rock a little bit from left to right. All right, let's undo the legs. Place your feet on the mat. They're hip distance apart. Arms rest by your side. Press your back into the mat. Press your feet down. Raise your hips up. Stretch. Just hold for a moment. Inhale. As you exhale, roll down slowly. One foot at a time. Go ahead and bring your knees up into your chest and relax your back. Let's do that again. Feet on your mat, hip distance apart, arms by the side. Press your back on the mat. Press your feet down. Raise your hips up into a nice bridge pose and hold. Breathe. Inhale as you exhale, roll down slowly. And bring those knees into your chest and relax your back. Rock a little bit from side to side. All right, let's keep those knees tucked in. Open your arms out to the side. So we're going to go to the left. I want you to lower your knees and your feet all the way down to the floor. And then turn your head, look out towards your right hand. Okay, that'll help draw your shoulder down. Just relax for a moment. And take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale deeply. Inhale, bring your knees up to center. Exhale, now go over to the other side. Turn your head again, look out towards that left hand and just stretch. You can even close your eyes if you want. And just relax. Feel all that tension through the back. Good, and then let your knees come back to center. Good. Let's do before we get up, let's do a side to side stretch. I want you to keep your arms out to the sides. Keep your knees tucked in. What we're going to do is you're going to lower your legs to the left, but this time they're going to stay about an inch or two from the floor. And I want you to look over to your right hand. So I want you to exhale. And then when you inhale, bring your knees back to center. Exhale over to the right, about an inch or two from the floor. Look over to your left hand. Inhale as you bring your knees up. Exhale over. Ideally, you're keeping the knees together and tucked in, and you're just going back and forth. So this is a nice way to strengthen that lower back, strengthen your stomach muscles. Inhale, exhale. Looking over to the opposite hand, back and forth. It's also a good stretch. Back one more time on each side. Good, and then let yourself come back to center. Good. All right, so we're going to come up from our seated, or our back posture, I should say, laying down. So you can either roll to your side and help yourself up with your hands, or you can hold on to the back of your legs, swing your feet, and bring yourself right back up to seated posture. All right. And then from here, let's just go ahead and turn right over onto the hands and knees, and we're going to do, we'll work on our, we'll do the cat and dog toe stretch and then downward dog. So you don't want your hands on a blanket, you want your hands on, you don't want them to slip, but you can keep the blanket under your knees if you want. So you just put your hands flat on the mat, knees hip distance, feet relaxed. You're in a nice table pose, and as you exhale, tuck your chin in. Round out your back, your shoulders will stretch, and then arch your back, look up and inhale. Exhale. Great. With your next exhale, let's move the hips back to your heels. So now you're sitting back towards the heels, forehead towards the mat, reach all the way out with your arms. It doesn't matter if the hips actually touch the heels. You just want to round out your back and feel that stretch. Rock a little bit from side, rock your hips a little bit side to side. All right, let's do a downward dog. So you want your hands a little bit wider than the shoulders. The small finger for me comes right towards the edge of the mat. So you're going to come up onto your hands and knees. Let your toes curl under, gently stretch back. Your knees bent slightly. Press your chest back towards your thighs. And then you can bend one knee, push the opposite heel to your mat, and just alternate your legs back and forth. Nice deep breath. Okay, let's bring the shoulders forward, let your knees touch down onto the mat. Now you're going to sit towards that right heel and then twist over to the left. This is a great stretch for your lower back into your shoulders. So just hold and breathe. 2 and 3. 4. Good, and come up onto the hands and knees. Let's switch over. So you're going to sit towards that left heel, reach over to the right and stretch. And 2. 3. 4. Good, and come back to center, back up into the hands and knees. All right, have your knees about hip distance. The shoulders are over your hands, and you're going to lower your chest down, right onto your stomach. Hands are still right next to your chest. Gently peel up into a cobra, so just raise the chest up a little bit and stretch. Now press back onto the hands and knees, and you can either rest back in a half tortoise, or you can do a downward dog again. Good, and then inhale, let your shoulders come forward, the knees touch down, lower the chest down. Slowly peel up into your cobra, and then back into your downward dog. One more time. Inhale, shoulders forward, let your knees touch down, draw your chest down. Peel up into cobra. And then you can either do a half tortoise or back into downward dog. Stretch. Good. If you're in that downward dog, bring your shoulders forward, let your knees touch down, hips back to your heels. And then just open and close your fingers, your fists a few times, and relax your wrist and hand. Rock your hips a little bit, side to side. Good. And then bring yourself up into a kneeling posture. Okay. Let's curl the toes under so you can sit on your heels and stretch out those feet. If that's painful on your feet, lean forward. Take some of that pressure off. Good. All right. From here, we're going to come up to a standing posture, and you can just put your blanket off to the side. All right, so let's start with feet about hip distance. Hands on the hips. We're going to twist. So you're going to lean forward, roll around to the back as you inhale. Exhale back to the front. Let's change direction. back to center. Inhale as you exhale, fold right down into your front bend. Let your arms and head hang, sway gently from side to side. Nice deep breath. Bend your knees, reach the floor in front of you, come right down into your squat and stretch. And back to a front bend. Back down to a squat. And back into the front bend. Chest up, hands to the hips. Inhale as you come on up. Let's support the back. So you're going to put the heel of the hands right under your rib cage. Fingers just point towards the floor. And then just lift through the chest, gently lean back. And then back up to standing. Good. Draw the feet closer now so your toes can touch or just be a few inches apart, arms slightly out to the side. Standing in your Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, reach out now. Let your fingertips touch, reach to the ceiling as you exhale, lean to one side, stretch. Inhale as you come up, exhale over. Inhale to center, exhale. Inhale as you come up, exhale. Good, and we'll come back to center. And bring the hands right down to the heart. All right, so I like to do a sequence. It's called a vinyasa, where you move from posture to posture. So we're going to do that a few times. It's a nice way to warm up. It's a nice way to focus. So start with the hands at the heart as you exhale. With your next inhale, reach out and up and stretch. You can look right up at your thumbs. As you exhale, let the arms come out and fold right down into your front bend. Next, I want you to bring the hands onto the fronts of your legs, so either the shins or the thighs. Pull your chest forward, so you're going to feel a good stretch to the back of your legs. And inhale, and exhale as you fold. And now reach and come all the way up. Inhale and stretch. And then bring your hands right back to the heart. Inhale as you reach up. And exhale as you fold. Hands on the fronts of your legs. Draw your chest forward. Straighten out that lower back and stretch. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach and come all the way. And then back to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Chest forward. Exhale. Reach and come on up. Back. And I want you just to move at your own pace. Let's do one more. Jump. Exhale. Just relax for a moment. And relax. All right, let's do some balancing this morning. We're going to practice our tree pose, but before we do that, we'll do a standing balancing posture that'll kind of help us get ready for it. So feet about hip distance, hands on the hips. Key to your balance is to find a focal point, something to focus on. And then you can shift your weight to either side, either leg. Go ahead and bring the opposite leg up where the knee is bent. And I want you to make a big circle with your foot. And then change direction. Good. Let's extend that leg and now rotate your ankle. And then in the opposite direction. My ankle's making a lot of noise this morning. I guess I needed this one. All right, let's switch sides. All right. So shift your weight to the opposite leg. Bring your leg up. Make a big circle with your foot. I'm just pointing my toe. Let's change direction. Good. Extend that leg and rotate ankle. And change direction. Good. And relax. All right. So now you're going to shift the weight to either leg. Hips stay forward, knee turns to the side. You can balance with your big toes, the tips of your toes touching the mat. You can put the foot right against, right above the ankle, so against your shin, or help it up above the knee. You don't want to use the knee as a ledge. So you want to either have the foot below or above the knee. When you feel ready, you can bring your hands either to the heart center, or if you prefer to raise them above your head, you can do that. Just relax. Take a nice deep breath and just soften your gaze. Let's do the other side. So shift your weight, hips forward, knee to the side, toes on the mat, above the ankle. Find your focal point. Slow. Just relax your gaze. And if you come out of the pose, just go back into it. that side. All right, feet about hip distance. Let yourself hang in your front mat. Stretch out your lower back. Keep your knees soft. Sway gently. Inhale and exhale deeply. Let's come down to a squat. So bend your knees, bring your hands to the floor. Come on down. Good. Bring yourself down to a seated posture. Let's do some floor stretches for the hips. Go ahead and stretch your legs out. Feet in and out. All right, let's do our cradle pose. You can take either foot. You bend the knee, and you're going to place that foot into your hand or into your elbow. Wrap the other arm around and just rock that hip from side to side. Sit up nice and tall. Good. Stop the rocking movement. Pull the leg in and hold. Relax. Let's put that foot right across the upper thigh. Place your hand on your knee. Let's gently press the hip. Stop that rocking movement. Take the bent leg, cross it over your straight one. So you can leave this bottom leg straight and bend forward, or you can tuck that bottom leg under so that the feet are going back. One knee is on top of the other, or it might be a little more open, right? The knees might not line up, that's okay. Sit up tall. Inhale, exhale as you lean forward. And breathe. Nice deep breath. All right, bring yourself up onto your knees, and let's do the other side. So we're gonna wrap that foot up and rock the leg from side to side. Right. Stop that rocking movement. Pull the leg in and just gently hold. And let's place that foot right across the upper thigh. You can gently bounce your knee. Okay, let's take the bent leg, cross it over the straight one. You can keep that bottom leg straight or tuck it under. And then sit up tall and lean forward. Yourself up and undo those legs, stretch them out. All right, let's do one more stretch on the floor. So open your legs nice and wide. Okay. In this posture, you want to sit up tall. So if you find that you naturally kind of fall back a little bit, use your folded blanket under your seat, under your hips. That's going to raise you up and make it easier to sit up tall and stretch forward. You're going to feel that stretch right in through here and through the inner thighs. Okay? So to begin, you can start with either hand. You're going to reach over to the opposite leg. Inhale, reach up, and then stretch out. You're reaching towards the wall. 2, 3. Good. Just turn the palm upward. Inhale, reach, and come up. Let's switch over. So you're going to reach over to your leg. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale as you stretch out. 2, 3. Reach and come on up. Exhale, let your arm come down. Good. You're going to stretch forward. Lean into that stretch. And I find that moving side to side, just nice and slow from leg to leg, helps me to sort of relax into the stretch. Otherwise, it's a pretty tight stretch for me. Just go back and forth. And as you're doing that, you might be able to come forward a little bit more with your hands. You start to stretch and relax. Good. Bring yourself back to center. Help yourself up with your hands. And let's bring the feet in. Soles of the feet together. Bounce your knees a little bit. The butterfly pose. Let's lean forward into the stretch. Stretching those hips. Good. And drawing yourself up. Help the knees in. Stretch your legs out. Lock your feet in and out. All right. I'm going to have you come down onto your back. You can use your blanket if you need extra padding under your back or want extra padding. Go ahead and come on down. Help those knees in. When you first come down, you always want to draw your knees in and then stretch your legs out. All the way down onto the floor. Turn your head gently from side to side. Let your head come back to center. Rock your feet in and out. Let the feet just fall out to the sides. And just allow the floor to support your body. Inhale, exhale deep. Slowly take a breath. And start to bring your awareness back to your body. Just take your time. If you feel ready, you can draw those knees back into your chest and relax your neck. And then just roll to your side for just a moment. Just rest on your side for a moment. And then you can help yourself up to a seated posture. All right. So let's come back to seated and we'll wind down the Hatha Yoga part of our class, hands and heart. Set your intention for today. What kind of day do you want to have? How do you want to feel today? Namaste. Great. If you're going to go about your day, I want to wish you a really great day. And if you'd like to stay and do a little bit of meditation, you're welcome to join me. I'm going to sit, do my 15 minutes. Makes a difference to do that. Take that time before you do the day. All right. Just come to a quiet seated posture. Let's practice the Matrika Pranayama. What that means is it's just counting the length of your inhale, counting the length of your exhale, and evening out your breath. And we can use the hand to help us count. So if we do 16 breaths, it'll take about 5 minutes. That's a nice way to gently move into your meditation. And you can use your hand to count. The thumb and the tip of the first finger touch, that's a 1. You move the thumb to that first knuckle, that's 2. The next knuckle is 3. Right to where the finger and hand come together is 4. And then at the tip of the next hand is 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's the count of 8. You go to the third finger, touch your thumb to the tip of that finger, that's 9, 10, 11, 12, and then the small finger, 13, 14, 15, 16. So use your fingers to count. You can rest your hands either in your lap or on your knees. Close your eyes. You can also be counting the length of your inhale and exhale, but you just use your fingers for each breath. When you're ready,